Hi guys, could you please ask your friends to join? Those who haven't joined yet, so that we could start the session.
I believe,
I believe
Pranav, we
Pranav, we
should
should
get
start.
started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, hey everyone, welcome back to another session on generative AI. We want to give a big shout out to all the awesome participants who rocked last week's session with their active engagement. Also, we are super stoked to connect with all of you again today for another exciting and mind blowing session. Get ready for a roller coaster of interesting discussions and cool insights. Let's dive right in and have a blast. Thank you. Thank you, Pooja. Over to you.
Thank you, Pranav. And yes, as Pranav mentioned, uh, there's another domain that we're working on, but the generative AI sessions, I feel I like the way we interact during the sessions and how we keep up the good energy in the afternoon sessions. So this matters and does also motivate me to be able to discuss as much as possible with all of you. So first of all, your week two badges must have been received by you all by the evening. Only those who had successfully submitted their coding exercises, etc., would be getting these badges. And apart from that, uh, to get started for today's session or the boot camp, a link in the chat would be shared by one of my teammates. And let's go ahead and start from there itself. So go ahead and click on the link. This link will take you to your Christ University Week 3 page. Important to note is that you should be logged in case you want to put any comments here, anything that you think you would like to get addressed. And apart from that, you know the structure by now that we give a little bit brief on what this week three is about. First of all, I would really want to congratulate all those who have actively participated, gone through the week one, week two, had given some interesting feedbacks, also worked through solutions in some interesting manner. So good job to all those. And the others who are still lagging a bit, I would suggest that they should, get themselves geared up because this is our week three bootcamp session. And after this, you will be going into your final assessment. So as you go into your final assessment, you know that it is something that you'll have to take very seriously. And your final assessment would actually, uh, that will be evaluated a bit strictly, and you will need to stick to developing a interesting solution source by yourself also. Okay, so today we will talk about a very interesting topic, which is deep fake detection. So last time we were trying to get some images, and couple of you also mentioned that I when I mentioned Shah Rukh Khan, Elon Musk, or someone popular, it's not generating images for me. So that's one of OpenAI's technique to prevent this deep fake images from being generated. So we're going to talk about this very interesting topic today itself, and how it has affected people, world, and how it is going to, in the coming near future, affect the way we look at the news, the way we look at technology as well. So we'll be discussing the fundamentals of computer vision for this session today. And you know that there's this 10-minute video that you can utilize as a refresher if you would like to just quickly go through the concepts of today's session. And apart from this, we will upload the recording here. So you can check out the entire recording in case you have some network or signal issues. Then comes in your Candy one click kit. So the only interesting part about today is you may not find the assessment button here. So the reason for not having this assessment button here is in couple of hours by the evening, we will send you an email with all the details as to how you have to submit your solution. This project work that you final project work that you have to work on and do your submissions. So we'll give you the guidelines that you will have to follow. I will also demonstrate that you have to submit it in the form of a candy kit. So how you will create on candy kit, how you'll have to check out for the solution, what you're going to upload. Just stay geared, stay put. We'll discuss it post the discussion about this boot camp. And it will be good for all of you to, uh, not have these frequent network disconnections where you keep coming in and out of the call. All right. So the assessment button will appear only when we send you a follow-up email with all the details for your submission. So the submissions have to be made by 30th of this month. And yeah, it will consist of some quick MCQs, coding exercises, which will be a little less in number, but then this time you will have to develop your own solution as well using open source tools, using GitHub, using different options that are available on the internet. So let's get started. We would first set up our kit. And even before we set up the kit, I would just want to take you through the agenda for today's session. We will talk a bit on the computer vision concepts. We would discuss that how computer vision provides the required understanding to the machine, where it is able to help in deepfake detection. And what the problem is, we'll also talk about the problem, and then we will understand the models that are used today to build this solution. So let's head over to the setup of the kit. We will actually go and click on the Candy one click kit. This will take you to the kit page. You should be already aware by now. And then as you scroll down, you can check out the instructions if you would like. If not, then we can quickly go ahead and click on this one click installer. This will download a zip file. You just say show in folder, extract all the contents of this zipped file, double click it, and just double click this batch file, say more info, run anyway. Your setup should start happening onto your systems. So we already know the setup automatically tries to download the required libraries, dependencies onto your system. That way, you don't have to separately download and install for the solution. So we will let all of this download happen. And in the meanwhile, we'll get back to our discussion on the concepts for the today's session. So even before we go ahead and start the session, is there any query that any one of you is having? I'll just quickly check. Uh, Sandhya, can we check Sharang's issue?
Yeah.
All right. We'll just check and get back, Sarang. Is there any other doubts anyone else has? We've checked your comment in the chat. Talking about your current, today's boot camp. So who do you see in the images, guys? Can you put it in the chat? I just want to see how many of you are able to recognize these two people. Check it again and put some comments in the chat. Can you recognize this guy here and this guy here? Who are these two people? Ronak and Sarang have already identified one of the images. Okay, let's quickly also check this image at the top. Okay, so Pravay and Shrishti, all of you are able to identify the Pope. Not Bernie Sanders. Let me help. Okay, I can't help you by zooming it. Maybe I would want to try a quick try from anyone. Let me, just in case that's the case for you guys, I'll put it across. Hmm? Is it a little bit more clear now? Who could be this guy? Someone popular, Sharan. And even before him, Tarun mentioned. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. So, perfect. So this guy that you're seeing, apologies again, I'll just have to get him back onto his right place. Yeah. So this guy in white jacket is the Pope, Sir Francis, and on the top right is Mark Zuckerberg. So what is so different about these guys? Like why you took time to identify Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg had this line that he doesn't decide what he has to wear, right? He just has his gray shirt and blue jeans, even all the 7 days of the week. He would prefer wearing that. So because it helps him reduce the number of decisions that he has to make in a day. That way it simplifies his life and he's able to focus more on work. But then at the top we see him in a jazzy fashionista on the ramp sort of an image. So this image, as well as the one that you're seeing for our Pope Francis, so Francis is also a fake image. These are deep fake generated deep learning, or let's say your using your generative AI models. We are seeing these images being circulated and published in the latest newspapers as well. It came along back in Forbes, then CNN also mentioned that how CNN style did mention that Zuckerberg on the ramp. So the good thing is that yes, we were able to identify these are not the real images, but somehow people or they are trying to diminish the person's image, or maybe the fashionista one does not diminish, but the Pope Francis in a white jacket is also something that is not realistic. So I just took some very graceful ones, but you know that how these days celebrities see a lot of information being circulated against them, or something that can defame them, something that can affect their image, right? So we want to talk about this problem. We know this problem is huge, and artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence is good, but since it is able to automatically generate images, there has to be measures that have to be taken to responsibly use artificial intelligence, and hence you see that today's algorithm, the solution source, is built on the similar grounds, where we know that the machine is capable enough to also make decision based on the cognition, where it is able to see, observe, and understand. So earlier we were able to say that it is able to make conversations with us machines. Now we say that with the help of computer, we vision, CV, we are able to provide a vision to the machine. So we are able to instill in machine the capability to see, the capability to observe, and accordingly make decisions. So this is used specifically in driverless cars and various other applications as well, where where we try to understand that it is essential that there has to be a huge amount of data that that is required to train the model. And once the model is able to get to a decent accuracy, we are able to get a very accurate sort of an output. So first we talk about installing the machine with a vision that's already there. You have your images, you have your videos, which act as a data set that you install into the training part, and then after the testing you bring out a model that is used in various applications such as image classification, object detection, object tracking, where with the OpenCV library we are doing able to do so much with the images and so much with the vision part of your machines. So our motivation for today is we want to distinguish between images which are computer generated or artificially created from the ones that are real individuals, and which we want to discriminate a particular image as being real or fake, so that especially when a news article is being circulated, we are able to justify and correctly state that that information is fake or real. Okay, so deep fake, how does it affect? So you don't know that last year a lot of deepfake images and videos were circulated over the social media, and that affected the US elections, and I mean that affected the elections in India as well. And like not just this technology is not only popular, let's say, in the US, but it has the capability to manipulate the ideologies of people in different countries. So let's say a country wants another country to be able to, they want to divert or manipulate us into making a decision in a certain direction. So when you browse the social media, you need to be aware whether you are watching a video or a content that is real or fake. In fact, Facebook is spending nearly 10 million and partnering with Microsoft to get ahead of this deep fakers spreading into social media. So Facebook is making its own effort, and we by now should have understood that a video or any image in which the face of one person can be swapped with another person. All right, so such videos are already available, and you would see that uh, it was a voiceover that is being created, right? Let's say a lip sync that was done. You see a lot of content already generated in reels where the face has been swapped, the puppet master, the lip syncing technique where certain music and the outcome that you see on the face is different. So these are created by deep learning processes. Deep learning is a subset of your machine learning, a narrower part where you use your neural networks, artificially created neural networks, which are again algorithms inspired by how the human brain works. And primarily, we try to focus more on a large amount of data. When we talk about deep fake images, training, and getting to the detection part of these deep fakes, we are focused more on getting to a solution which is able to identify the image correctly. I showcase you that we have used two models here. One is your MTCNN and another is your Inception ResNet V1. So what and how this MTCNN works? Basically, it is applied so that the raw images are, I mean, the face is detected within the raw images, just the face part. So it is also called multi-task cascaded convolutional neural network. And before any embedding is being calculated or the mathematics is done, the face part is being detected from the images, and then that same is being provided to the inception ResNet model. So these work like a pipeline of two models together, and it does help us achieve efficient face detection, especially in videos, by taking advantage of similarity between adjacent frames. So we see that a video is in form of image frames, and the similarity that is present between multiple frames that is being used to identify or do the face detection with the MTCNN. And then the inception model, this is primarily used so that we are able to, state whether this particular person's or the particular identity in the image is real or fake. Okay, is it being artificially created or non-artificially created? So there are two versions. There was a version 1, version 2. We are currently focusing on the version 1 itself, and that has also been able to give us a 95% accuracy. So most of your images would be correctly identified, but there is always that margin of error, because with mid journey, right, we have already discussed earlier, the images generated are really amazingly optimal. So I'll show you all those examples where you would say, oh, this one I could also identify with without the model. But I'll also show you some where you would identify, and then you will realize whether the image is real or fake. All right. So this Inception ResNet, this is pre-trained on VGG phase 2 and Cassia web phase. So we need, these are all, heavy models which we are actually picking up and directly using for our application. So because we know we can't train models ourselves, we don't have those kind of processing power, and in fact, the kind of time and money that is being invested to run these on the server is pretty huge. So what are the data sets that are used? We use a face forensics. This face forensics is one of the one which is a video data set for forgery detection in human faces. Then there is a fake catcher. That is a data set of synthesized images for deepfake detection. So all artificial images are already there in fake catcher. There is a Kaggle dataset, which is again labeled by Meta, which is the Meta has Facebook has put in its own efforts so that whatever dataset has been generated through a competition, more resources are enabling it to be used for deepfake detection today. So we will follow a method of extraction. We will say that there will be a training of the neural network. We will primarily use a pre-trained model. And then that would be converted into a mathematical embeddings form. So what is this mathematical embeddings form? This form is what every part of the face is interpolated, okay, into a vector mathematical representation. And based on the vector mathematical representation, you map it into a form where you are able to state different regions. You state different regions. You check out the different regions. You see that it tries to shade a particular region, and based on that particular region identification, it is able to identify the image as real or fake. So the challenges that are faced while developing this model, we may have multiple faces. The videos or images could be blurry. There are obstructed faces within the image, and then you are trying to say whether it is deep fake or not would be difficult. So whenever we are working with open source, please remember to check out whether a particular library or solution that you're using is decently supported, has a security, backed a security to it, quality, and the prime part, which is your license agreement. So essential to check whether you are using a permissive license solution source. If it is a non-permissive one, it is a weak copy left or a strong copy left. Then accordingly, you will have to give back to the contributor for whose particular solution you are using into your notebook. So for us, all of us just use permissive solution source. So you're free to use, customize, and do whatever with the kit. So now let's get into the deepfake detection and just get to a quick demo of what is happening within the kit. All right. Okay. So here is our kit. This should have opened for you by now. You just have to say yes, and the kit will open for you. You can, you first import all the necessary libraries like the torch, radio. Radio is for interface. We've already discussed that. Torch is for the machine learning operations when we are working around with images. FaceNet PyTorch, this is the model from where we are loading, importing our empty CNN and Inception ResNet v1. Then comes in your NumPy, your PIL for images, CV2, which is for computer vision, and similarly GradCam and other libraries that are used for masking. So we have to do some image masking here. Based on the masked region, your model will identify a certain image as deepfake or it's a real image. So then we download the model and we check whether we are using a CPU or GPU. Since we are expected to run this on the CPU. So don't worry. Initial first time, this model may take a little longer, right? So it could be a little heavy. So don't worry about it. Let it run for the first time. And then we load our empty CNN with the different features, right? Let's say we want to select, if you just want to select the largest image or the largest face within the image, you can set this select underscore largest to true. Similarly, you want to set the other parameters if you would like into this algorithm. For now, we have kept it with default values and set it to our device, which is CPU. Then I've also loaded the weights for the Inception ResNet v1 and mentioned that pre-trained model VGG phase 2 The classification has been set to true. Number of classes is 1, and the device is CPU. After we've created a checkpoint for the weights, loading of the weights of this RESTnet inception, these are the weights. We want to map it to a certain location. Then we actually evaluate our model here. We check the different layers and we load the model. Okay. After you are able to run the model, then comes in your prediction part. So this is the most important function. Here is where your image is being put, and then we apply the empty CNN. Whatever is the image that gets saved from the input image, your empty CNN will extract what? Just the face. If face is none, if you have put up an image which is having no face, then it will say no face detected. Since we are saying it's a deep fake detection engine, so we will use images which have faces, right? Which have AI generated faces, or let's say even the real ones you can check. So face.unsqueeze, we save it here. Then we do this mathematical interpolation, converting it into a mathematical form. And then we convert it into a NumPy array here. And after we convert it into a NumPy array, we push it across to the device and save it here in the mathematical form. Then again, we say we want to plot the different points of the face as a plot, as an image, as a graphical plot of sorts. Then once you have loaded, your grad cam is responsible, which is used to check or mask the regions of the image where the model should detect the different face regions. I will showcase that just now. Your outputs are then saved into variable called targets. Your cam will take input your face in the form of a tensor. Okay, so once we convert it into this numerical array, we use a tensor and the output and save it into this grayscale cam. We get the plotted points of the face and try to do visualization. The same from the previous and the visualized output is showcased to us here. It will be showcased to us here with a face with mask. So I'll show you there what happens. Then you will check with the prediction whether it is real or fake. So for real prediction, you're saying 1 minus the output in item, and or else you are for fake prediction. So most of it, if the output item is fake, then you're assigning it to this fake underscore prediction variable, or else it will be real, right? So 1 minus the value. Then confidence score, for the confidence score, you're creating a dictionary, associating the real with the key real prediction, the fake with the fake prediction. So basically, we're trying to state with what score it is able to state whether a particular image is fake or real. This is just for the interface where you provide the input image, what class, and the face with the explainable tree. Basically, the masked image will be showcased here with, let's say, saying it as fake or real. So let me give you the first example. We will get into a kit here, deepfake detection. I have saved some demo images. I will show you one by one. Let's first check this Pope image itself that I showcased you. So it's able to quickly 100%ly say that it is belonging to the class of fake images, and somehow it has picked up this as the masked region. So image showcases this masked region. Okay, so let me now check some other image. Let's check out the Mark Zuckerberg image. So again, for Mark Zuckerberg itself, also it is able to 100%ly say fake. So it is not necessary that always your outcome will be 100%, but then for these two particular images, the model is very viably, trained and able to state that it is fake. Let's try my image. So, it's a real image, but then it's saying with 99% that's a real one and 1% fake. So, and then these are the regions that it is used to decide whether the image is real or fake. Let's try something very interesting. You may have seen such, who's this guy? How many of you know this person? Check. Huh. She wanted to really write it quick. Spelling mistakes, huh? Ronak mentioned someone else. All right. All right. Yeah. So Abhishek, Shashti, Cheryl, Ronak. Ronak, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, it's I mean, if it is the real name for the character, then you're right, because even I don't remember it. So you could be more right than me. But I know him more as Jon Snow itself from the Game of Thrones. So, oh, sorry, let me put it across. So, what kind of image do you think it is? He's sitting on the river banks of Varanasi. This was in the news very recently that your Game of Thrones characters have been recreated with generative AI. So, let's see what our model can do with it. Luckily, our model is able to very clearly identify this amazing guy as fake and one person real. So then that means we are able to validate that this is a good model. Let's check this also one more image. And then how many of you recognize her? If you watch Game of Thrones, apart from these 4, 5 guys, Aristocracy is a good one, huh? She's fast. Okay, so yeah, for her, the model is able to 100% straight with clarity. That's a fake image. So that is what we expect. So for a couple of images, the model may not be able to give you the exact fake images. So I actually tried generating a fake image through Lexica. So Lexica is another AI tool. I mean, which generates very weird images. You may even, I mean, like this one, if you submit, somehow even you are able to state with this, eye and features that it is a fake one. But we have an image restoration engine as one of the kits where I added these artificially created images to it, and I tried to improve the images quality and everything. And then I passed into the model to confuse it. So then I saw that the model got confused even with this particular image. So yeah, you can try some of your own solutions here with the deep fake detection. And this is our solution source for today. But before we close, let's do a coding exercise like we always do. Can you please put yourself on mute, whoever has mistakenly opened their microphone? Thank you. All right, getting back to the kit. Where did that kit go? Yeah, here. So we want to do a simple code snippet exercise. You see that if we go into our sessions, we've just decided on a very simple exercise with you, which is resize image using OpenCV. So let's try it by going on to Candy and seeing how much it is helping. Sometimes it does, sometimes it not. All right. And then we go to code snippets. And here, okay, I would see code that looks simple and easy. This looks simple and easy. Paste it here. I'll need an image. I'll go through my folder. Within the folder, I see that currently I have one of the solutions here. And these are some images that I have collected for the demo. You can go with some other images. I generated, Cope Bride's image as well. Uh, but yeah, somehow I feel these in itself look artificial, right? These look too bright to to be realistic. So yeah, these are some images, but for you also, there are some example images here, right? You could check out these images as well in your demo. Okay, coming to an image that I would want to resize. This is Keanu Reeves. What is this? This is also him. So let's try to resize this one. Testing.png. All right. Testing.png. And the width, we are currently mentioning 400 and 500. Let's see what it gives. It says true. I'll go to the folder. Hmm. Yes, it became smaller, right? We resized it into a smaller size. Let's try a bit more. Let's make it more small. 100, save, run, going to this output. Yeah, so yeah, it could be resized up and low. Depends on you. I just resized just to a smaller size. You can go ahead and go with the larger size. So I think with this, we do discuss this kit. How many of you were able to set it up onto your systems by now? Let us check. Yeah, all of you are Game of Thrones fans. Okay, interesting. All right. Kit setup done for two people, Abhishek and Srishti. Who else? Actually, we're thinking to get a couple of the interested ones in a session discussion. So Sandhya will get connected with uh, a few of you who we feel are interested. So for an interesting part, so Sandhya will discuss that part maybe later. But yeah, okay, only four people were able to set up the kit. Hmm. SSL certificate verification error. Faizab. Okay. Should be because of Macintosh. Hmm? Anyone else who's getting an error? Mac. Mac does trouble with a lot of generative AI things. I'll again send you a Google link to get that thing resolved for you, Faizab. Can you give me the entire log file if that's okay with you? Oh, you don't have the log file also generated for Mac. That's right. So let me see. So up till where it reached and you got this error?
Ma'am, till loading the model on the third part showing the
Ah,
SSL verification error.
Faizab, okay, okay. Loading the model.
Yes, ma'am.
Thinking on it. Let me think about it. All right, Faizab. Just give me some time so that we are able to discuss that part. I'll send it to you. Last time you were able to resolve the error and work on the kit
Yes, ma'am, it worked. Last time
with
it
the
worked.
solution. Awesome,
Yes, ma'am.
awesome. All right. We'll do the same. So it's good we are able to test Macintosh also alongside
Yes,
with you. So that's great. Anyone else who's on a Windows and not able to work out the solution? We and I see very less number of people setting up the kit. You don't like the kit, guys? I guess I mean it's your choice. You may do post the session, but yeah, it'll be good if you would want to work on the solution. All right. So okay, one of you has put up a message. Anjali, okay, the process is done. After that, I typed yes also, but now the Jupyter file is not opening. Your is Windows 7, right, Anjali? If I'm remembering right. Windows 11. Okay, okay, okay. Process on I typed also, but now the Jupyter file is not opening. You followed the same process, right? You unzipped it. You have space, and obviously the process got completed. You said yes. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Can you share the log file? Go into that folder, share screen with the log file. That will help me understand the issue specifically to your system. Okay. All right. Will help Anjali, and then we will understand how you will submit your solutions, your course completion certificate. So for that, you will have to do a project work. I would say something in generative AI only. And yeah, we'll talk about it. Let's see the error. LAE. Then it showed error. Hmm. Let's see all the experimentation that is happening. All right, candy kids. Go to the candy kids. Okay. Hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead. Click it. Go to the log file. Scroll. Can you increase? Yeah. Maximize it. Then transfer complete. Huh? Go down. Slowly, slowly, please. Okay. Found existing successful collecting. Go down. All right. Go down. More down. Go more down. Mm-mm. Okay. A bit more, please. You'll have to now quickly go down. Seems like most of it got. We'll have to find if there was any dependency that couldn't get installed here. More quickly. Okay. Hmm. Just stop before here. Could not install package due to OS error. No space left on device. All right. You have your answer, Anjali. You need to free up space. You need to free up space on the C drive. Go to the C drive. Click on the C drive. Outside where we have the visual. Yeah, this is the problem, Anjali. Once you will get your space and C drive, you'll be able to work around the solution. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Anjali. Yeah, now I want you all to be very attentive. The reason for that is, the reason for why I'm asking it, you will have to submit your final project as a candy kit. So don't say, don't think it's tough. No, it's not a one-click candy kit that we are asking you. You just have to prepare it in the format. Only 4 sections are required. Okay, I'll show you guys how you have to prepare it. Right. If you go here and check your candy, I'm signed up into whatever account I am. And then I click on MySpace. Okay, follow the instructions, please. If I click on MySpace, under my list, I have to go and click on new list. On the new list, I'm able to give the name of this kit, right? Like we have object detection, like we have deepfake detection, we have multiple kits. So you have to name your kits with, let's say, your first name as well as your last name. And if you would like, you can give space. If you would like, you can give underscore, whatever is comfortable. Let me give space. That will sound a bit better, maybe. And I will just create a random sample for you. Let's say I am doing an object detection system kit. Okay, you will submit whatever solution in generative AI you can create that will be working on style transfer as the concept. So your key takeaway is find projects from GitHub or any other open source spaces which are based on style transfer. So we'll send everything in an email to you, but still just for an idea. Okay, I've given the heading. Now I give it the tags here. You can tag it. What happened? Generative. Okay, my spelling mistake is there. Correct it. All right. Why is it not giving me the tag? Yep. So you can say generative art, generative adversarial networks. For now, I will just give generative. I will give it a tag of artificial intelligence. I will give it a task of, let's say, the library that I will use for it. So I will give PyTorch. I will put it into the category. So I would say computer vision. Okay. Once I have tagged, now I have to, I have to actually create the sections. 4 sections are required. One section is description. Okay, I have to capitalize it. Description. I will bold it. just doing it for your comfort. Heading 3 as the disk. All right. Description. I hope the spelling doesn't look a bit all right, but should be okay by now. Yeah. So I've just kept the text ready. So suppose I write some text explaining what my kit is about, right? Let's say you do something in creating a clone of any other generative AI model. This I'll have to correct. This I will have to correct. Should be, no, it's not a heading. Normal. Okay. So yeah, this is some description that I won't want to put in my kit. I can add an image, I can copy an image. I'll just copy this to make it more colorful. Then I will click on content editor and add a section 2. What will be my section 2? I will add the required dependent libraries I have used. So dependent libraries. When we say dependent libraries, what all libraries I could use, I will just have to search those here. Let's say PyTorch. Okay. I search PyTorch. I go to the libraries. Use this save option to save it in my space. And if I would like, I want to add something more. Let me add PyTorch CAN for generative adversarial networks. All right. And even if I want, I can add this delay to PyTorch. All right. So I'll save these 3 from here. And then maybe if I want to add even the development environment. So I would use notebook, remove the all caps, and again go to the libraries. Notebook by Jupyter. So I will choose this as a library and then go to my space. So I added PyTorch. I added PyTorch Gang, Delay 2 and Notebook. Use the move to feature. Go to my list. This is my kit, right? Move to feature, go to my list, click here and say move. So now as I go to my kit, I will be able to see these libraries. They have been successfully added. So I want to keep this one at the top so I can scroll it. Scroll it. Here. My notebook comes here. My content editor, I'll move up. And here I will say, here I would say development environment. I will bold it, maybe put a heading 3 to it, push it down. So what are we all trying to do? We're trying to create a similar kit of sorts. Similar kit as in we just added the libraries. Also press the save button, or usually it auto saves, but it is good to save your work, right? So description, development environment, I would have to need to say dependent dependent libraries. I guess it does work a little slow. So libraries, and then highlight it as well, putting it as heading 3, putting this section just top of my libraries that I had added, basically the ones that I've used in my code. All right. Then I need one more section. So one section is dependent libraries, one section is description. Then comes in my third section. This is the most important section. This is your GitHub link repository. So for your GitHub link repository, you just have to go onto GitHub. If you don't have an account, create one on GitHub. Whatever code you find and create, push it on, push it on this, uh, push it on here and create it as a repository. Let's say I have done all this process. So what you got to do, whatever code you've pushed here on GitHub, just share this link with us in this kit. Okay, just share this link with us here. You just have to hyperlink it. Hyperlink it, save it. All right. So that I'm able to check what you have submitted as a project. All right. So there's a GitHub link repository. Then comes in your final part. Simple solution. All right. I have to say solution. Pause. Screenshot. I will again bold it, put it as a heading. Then I can actually do what I did. I'd actually taken the screenshot with the code for my this visual output. So your output and your code should showcase together in your screenshot. And that screenshot you should add here. Okay. So 4 sections. A screenshot of the code as well as the output. Your GitHub link repository so that I'm able to go through the code. The libraries and the description of the kit. These are the 4 essential things that your kit should contain. Then I just say save, publish as a kit, publish now. We'll wait for a couple of minutes. Yeah, it will say view your kit. So I'll just view my kit. So it will say my name and the name of the kit. It's a solution kit. I can check out the description image, libraries here, the GitHub repository to my kit and the solution as well, or the code as well as the output. However, important thing is I can also add some quick, I can style it a bit. How? I can add an image here, icon here. So let's say for neural nets, I just took up this brain image, save it. I mean, you have your own ideas to make your kit more and more visually appealing. Why I'm suggesting it, you save it again. You click on this view your kit. This is the link that you will have to share in the Google form submission. So I only need candy kits for solutions. And that is what the team is going to review for your final submission of course completion or let's say internship completion certificate. So this isn't a very tough thing. You are given ample time up till the 30th and you'll have to work on a solution around generative AI. You can find many open source repositories already available on GitHub. Use those to submit your solution. So we'll also send an email with the required prereqs for you to do the setup and create kit, etc. If you have any doubts, then you may ask them now. Are there any doubts about how you have to create a candy kit? Or will you be able to create it? Yes or no will help. We'll check Abhishek. Okay, Shrishti says yes. Abhishek, can we? Okay. So I am taking her yes as team. Okay, Ali also says that. All right, good, good. So good thing is, Abhishek, can you show me what we are trying to do? You experiment, and that's very good. That actually helps us also know things that can be more interesting, right? Showcase by screen share. What image you checked on delay, like using delay you generated and then checked it here. Error would be, I got it. There would be no face in the image. Is that an error? That is being.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, secondly, I have also generated one more image. It was of dragon. Then also it showed an error.
Because it is for deep fake. I'm saying you need to have a person's face in it. Like dragons are not scared of their, they don't have a individual identity. So our first model MTCNN captures the face. right? It tries to locate the face. So until it has a proper human face or a recognized person's face, it will keep giving errors. Graphic design contents are giving errors. Yeah. So empty CNN, we've had this in the code itself, guys. This is what do you understand by deepfake? We have done the entire session. What is a deepfake? Okay, let's quickly go through this once again. You tell me, what is this application for? Who will tell from any one of us who has understood? Alia, would you like to tell why your graphic design contents are giving errors? If you have understood the concept, I just answered it for Abhishek also. No, would you like to just unmute yourself and speak? Correct. No face. Yeah. So that helps from the comments. All of us need to be aware. If anyone's identity is getting diminished, then this model is for preserving a person's identity, for trying to say that a particular image that is being showcased is not real. So yeah, okay, good enough. So I guess from us, this is it. And it was really interesting to, get associated with you guys for these 4 to 4 weeks, interestingly, for this internship. I really like this batch for the way you guys interact and, yeah, it's really good to have more enthusiastic and motivating students work around a solution together. So thank you for that, guys. And okay, Akash, we will check. You will have to tell me the error. I will put across the error for I just remember Faizan. I hope I am pronouncing his name right. Faizab. Yeah. I'll check for Faizab and come back with the link so that he can work on the solution. For Linux, you will have to let me know what is the error. Are you also getting the SSL certification error, Akash? Mm, you're speaking, but I'm not able to hear you, Akash. Is it just for me or for all of us? We tried to unmute and speak. Try again. No, Akash, like the kit did not install. So the question is where it stopped installing. Not even one repository installed because once you have the instructions for Linux should be separately put on. We will update the instructions if you would like, but we would want to know. It didn't start at all, is what you're saying. Were you able to download the repository from GitHub? Okay. Zip file and extracting it stopped working. And what can you also give the screenshot? What the screen showed? Just take a snipping tool screenshot and attach it here. You can also put it across on the community. All right. Okay. So, okay, it is. Hmm. So the command itself, syntax error near unexpected token. It's not able to read it, huh? Ambiguous redirect match. Let me I think .sh file but gave a bat file. Hmm. If sorry. Yeah, please try it again and let me know in the community space so that we are able to, resolve it at the earliest today itself. Okay. Hmm. Okay. .sh is what you have to do that, run it. Then it should work for you also. All right. Okay. Anything else you guys want to discuss? So for Linux, you will have to download the repo. You know that you did that. You install the requirements.txt file and then you manually start your Jupyter notebook. Okay. So there are 3 coding exercises for today's session. Only 3 and very easy ones. Okay. Yeah, less and easy ones, Abhishek. But then there will be a project that you guys have to do. And it will be an easy one as well. Only easy in terms of we already see a lot of solutions available. We want to see what you guys tinker and submit. Okay, as for your so there are coding exercises. The button is not showcased because we want to activate it once we have sent you the email by the evening. Okay, any more questions? All right, all right. Okay. I think this is it from us, and it was really nice interacting with you. If you guys want, you can also switch on your cameras. We'll do a picture together today. Those who feel that they would be happy picturing themselves with me, I would like to take a picture of the batch. Take a quick 4-5 minute, get your hairs okay, get yourself into a good position and switch on your cameras. All right, Akash is here. Okay, others, quickly. Take 2 minutes. Minutes, okay. Alia is here. Hi, Alia. Good to see you. Hey, Akash. Sumit as well. He just went off, I guess. I don't think you guys have to be shy at all. And it's good to be also, seeing you guys. It's always you seeing me. I also want to see you guys, right? Smiling. And especially these virtual sessions. It is for you, you guys go to the college. For me, it's okay. Hi, Shashti. Good to see you. Abhishek. My most active student here. Abhishek, we'll be actually calling you for sure, Abhishek and Shashti. And if Alia is also okay, we are looking for some interesting feedbacks. Anjali. Hi, Anjali. Hi, ma'am. Hey, Kapish. Awesome. Anyone who's left to join us with the video, quickly do it, please. We'll take up a snap. Tarun. Hi, Tarun. Tarun seems to little tired, huh? No worries. Okay. Sandhya, you could also come up on the video if that's okay, Sandhya and Pranav. We'll have a quick picture together.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
For sure. All right. So the team takes its own time, guys. They aren't prepared for the video themselves. Too much load on the trainer. What about others, huh? Others, like every one of us can be on the video. I will make the view a little changed, grid view. Together mode, huh? How is this? Good, huh? We're sitting in the same class together. But why does
Yes,
it
ma'am.
why does it show me a bit more spread out? Could have yeah, this view is good, but maybe the gallery one is good. This is better. Pranav, quickly get on the video. Quick, do that. Are you there in the meeting, Pranav? All right, Sandhya. Thank you. So I think we'll click up a screenshot. I'll do that myself. This is the first batch of students from a college we are interning, and it will be really okay. Thanks, Faizab. I just hope if I pronounce anyone's name wrong, don't get Arco is also here. Hey, hello. Yeah. And let's do that another view also quickly. We can have a large gallery if every one of you comes to the video. If not, we'll get into that together form, together mode. Together, all of us. All right. So this should leave us with some interesting memories of sorts. And thank you everyone for an amazing, interactive sessions going with all of you. It was really nice. And I do look forward to visiting Christ sometime. I don't know, you are first years, right? So maybe next year I do come to Bangalore once in a while. So I may drop off to your university. I really like the environment that Christ provides. I have my own cousins there. So it'll be good to catch up. I don't have a WhatsApp group, so I can't inform you that, oh, I'm here. But yeah, let's see if we see each other in some time, then you can actually say a hello. Thanks, everyone. Would you want to add something before we conclude our finals bootcamp session with this virtual internship today? Anjali would like to say something. No?
No, ma'am. Just to thank you.
Okay, that's okay. All right, all right. Anyone wants to say something, or we can just Abhishek would say something. We can't go like this, Abhishek.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity, ma'am. I would like to say that this was a very interesting and amazing boot camp. I learned a lot about these generative AI things and LAE, and I experimented a lot of things in that, and it was very amazing, ma'am.
It's really nice. It's very good that all of you also experiment, do your things. Only then we know that, okay, this is a thing that is coming on going and whether it is good enough. So we do have more kits, apart from what virtual boot camps that we have done. You want to go for image segmentation, etc., image processing, various other things. Go ahead, experiment, do your own projects, whatever you like in second year. But yeah, it was really good interacting with this batch. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Be I will be more interested in seeking advices and feedback later from you guys. Once you go through more of such projects, then it'll be good to know that, okay, ma'am, this helped, this didn't help. I'm very open to that kind of feedback. Thank you and have a good day. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thanks.